As the Christmas celebration is fast approaching, many Nigerians are groaning over the unbearable increase in the prices of foodstuff in the market. Some Nigerians have expressed their displeasure, saying the situation of the economy is making life unbearable for them, as they now have to double the amount of money previously used to feed. Roots TV carried out a market survey and it was discovered that the prices of foodstuff have tripled. The chairman of the Wuse Butchers Association, Idris Medoki, who sells cow meat, lamented the high cost of buying livestock now. He said,
"The cow is very hard at its cost. What we are buying like last year, 500, now we are buying it 700, 650. We can buy it 500, 450. It depends on the biggest of the cow."
He also complained of low patronage, adding that very little profit is being made from the business. Another trader who sells staple foods like gari, rice, beans, compared the recent prices of foodstuff with last year. She said,
"Rice was 25, 23, 22, at most 28. But this year, 30,000, 35,000, one bag of rice. So everything, the difference of this year is too much to compare to last year. The difference is too much. Both starfish, both oil, both gari, everything. The difference is too much."
She, however, said despite the increase in the price of foodstuff, people are still patronizing.
They're trying their best now because under month they must eat now. People must eat. So the only issue is that if someone that used to buy 10 mudu of gari will end up buying 5 mudu or 6 mudu, so that the money will be enough for him or her to buy other things.
When asked the possible cause of the increase, she blamed it on bad governance and the insecurity plaguing the country.
One, to me, is bad government, scarcity of fuel, insecurity, bad roads. All these things contributed to it. Because if the government are doing well, I don't think that the dollar will rise. And I'm hearing that by next year it will be 750 naira per dollar. How do we survive if not for the grace of God? So because of this now, bad road, when they travel to bring goods, the goods will end up sleeping on the road. Either the vehicle break down, or you hear that one thing or the other, or insecurity, robber is on the way, all these bandits, kidnappers. So because of they have to pack all these expenses, they will not add it in the goods. By the time they arrive to their warehouse or office, when they started distributing, you see that the price will keep on going high.
Speaking with a buyer, he complained about how difficult it was to purchase items. He said,
"I think it has gone over like more than 100%. Things are going higher every day. And people are, the problem they are having is that they feel that there's no control. So they themselves, because they have to survive, they raise some of the prices. But things are generally terrible, so challenging in the market."
He also accused the government of not providing suitable solutions to the plight of Nigerians. He said,
"Well, government knows. I don't know how long they'll be using figure to calculate the reality. In their figure, they are saying they are trying, but their figure doesn't show here. Their figures are just inconsequential. It doesn't have any bearing on what people are saying. I think government has to be real to themselves. They are not. If they are real, they will come down and see what is happening here. Maybe they are not even interested."
Speaking, another buyer said,
"Last year was a bit, well, it came. We're all complaining that it was high. But to be sincere, this year is actually very high compared to last year. I mean, the whole change, so-called change, is affecting everybody. I mean, the cost of living in Nigeria as a whole is terrible, So if you talk about food pricing this year, it's outrageous. I won't lie to you. So many people can't actually feed properly again like they used to feed before. So the comparison is if you check it, the margin is high. It's high. This year is actually very high than last year. Although last year was a bit on the high side, but at least we could manage ourselves."
He attributed the increase in the price of foodstuff to transportation and the attacks on farmers.
Some of these food we eat are not being produced around like in Abuja. And the cost of bringing most of these things we eat to Abuja, it's a problem. So I think that's another factor, transportation. Now that's the fuel pricing, exactly. There are so many reasons why these things are happening. The country as it stands now, it's not even at peace. And so everything is just taking in another different turn, you know, like farmers who do this harvesting and planting are being killed. So we have less farmers who would do these things, who would produce these fruits or foods for us to eat. So it makes these things go up.
Nigerians have expressed their fear that the situation might get worse in the coming year. They are, however, calling on the government to look into the situation and act fast in order to reduce the sufferings of the people.
So many factors. These are these things I can just juggle around. These are just the factors I can juggle around. I mean, the main factor I think that should be the cause of this hike in price.
So what do you have to say to the government?
Okay, they should, as a patriotic Nigerian, they should look into the masses. All right, whatever they are doing doesn't really affect them.